Good as ever. All right. Well, welcome back, lovely listener and maybe listeners. Today we have our special returning guests with us as always. We have John Lamey, aka Kamen Rider Black Wolf. Introduce yourself. Who are you again?
I'm just a normal Canadian boy. That's pretty much it. Musician, artist, whatever.
And we have with us another person. Oh my gosh. Josiah Biggs. Who are you again? For the people who haven't tuned in every single podcast.
Well, I'm just your average Canadian boy.
Nani?
No, for security reasons, I cannot divulge that information.
This is true. So we have our extra credit and homework. What was the homework, John Lamey?
We watched the Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright movie, which was Japan only. We didn't get it.
And live action.
Yep.
Live action. And what was the extra credit, Josiah?
It was Berserk, episode 3.
Well, episode 2 and 3, since
Whatever. just the most recent episodes of Berserk, since it's been going since 1997.
Yep.
All facts. All of these things are facts.
Alrighty, so that should be starting up in about 50 minutes from now. I guess 40 to 50 minutes from now. So weeks. Who wants to go first? Oh, I see your hand up, Mr. John Lamey. Why don't you go first?
Okay. Well, going off our normal list, I guess.
Okay.
Movies, as always, nothing other than what our homework was. TV shows. I didn't get to watch much this week. I've been really busy doing health stuff instead. Yeah, having a life, it's kind of weird. So, I watched Berserk. Or should I say new Berserk, because last time I watched the original Berserk when I had no fucking clue what Berserk was.
So you have watched the anime?
Yeah.
Before this?
I did watch the one with Griffith and all that.
All the way through?
Yeah. He did nothing wrong, right? So, there was that. I didn't get to watch Kamen Rider for once, so God knows how long. I'm I think 20 episodes or something behind now. It's ridiculous. I did watch another thing. Oh yeah, the only other thing I think I watched this week was JoJo. I just caught up on that last night when they were doing rat hunting. Yeah.
Are you a bug eater or bug eating?
Yeah, Monster Hunter JoJo edition.
No, I believe you have that wrong. It's Master Chef JoJo edition, because those rats can make a good meal.
No, that's true.
Good chef.
He was the Ratatouille. For game wise, I haven't even done much of that either. The only one I've been playing is Xrd, because I just got that. Other than that,
on which system?
PS4.
Aight.
It's easier to record with PS4 for right now than any other system.
Yeah.
My computer's kind of a potato, so it'll explode if I tried anything like Overwatch on it. So, since I have the PS4 Overwatch, I don't even get to play as the new character right now. Yep.
Amazing.
Dum, dum, dum.
But that's fine. I can wait. I did play some Overwatch last night. I forgot. I was playing with my cousin, and we had some pretty dick teams because no one plays the champion mode or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, screw this. We're going against the scrubs. So that's pretty much my week. I didn't really do anything other than bulking up.
That's cool. Oh, hey, your hand is up, Josiah. Why don't you go next?
Oh, well, so basically all I did this week is play Pokemon Go. I'm level 20. Reppin' Instinct, like a good boy should.
Yeah.
I've caught over 500 Pokemon now. And, let's see, what else? I watched all the weeklies, so I've got my little anime corner review, and let me pull that up real fast. I forgot to pull that up earlier.
So all the whatever that was coming out. All right,
they've all premiered now.
So were the ones that you thought might be bad are bad, or were they good, or did you not even bother?
There are a lot that I didn't even bother because it's like, hey, look at me, I'm a scrub, like, right, like. But the ones that I did look at was, of course, we had, let's see, we had D. Gray Man Hollow, the second season of D. Gray Man, picking up where they left off, like, 6-8 years ago, something like that. That's amazing. Music's good. Animation is par. It's been pretty good, but the opening is a little
cool.
No. But besides that, same voice actors. Everything's good. The art style is just a tiny bit different because it doesn't have that early 2000s edgy feel to it,
Yeah.
But so that's about the only main difference there. Then we had Shogeki no Soma season 2, and
what's that again? That's Food Wars, right?
Yeah, Food Wars for those who are stupid, and or for those who just love to suck with Funimation. But
right.
That aside, no, amazing. Starts out great. I did a little quip 2 weeks ago about it. It's starting off with a bang. I had the second episode is the JoJo episode, so that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Where it has a huge JoJo reference in it.
Yeah.
So everything's great. Still sticking to the manga. Still looking pretty good. If you like, Food Wars, it's shonen style. I'm gonna beat you in the kitchen. Iron Chef type. Well, it is basically anime Iron Chef.
Yes.
Except for everyone's in high school and all the chicks are, endowed.
Shouldn't the correct title be Fighting Foodons the Second?
Well, technically, this is the third season of Fighting Foodons. Because they had Fighting Foodons the original, then they had Fighting Foodons Food Wars, and then this is Food Wars 2 now.
Yep, keep them coming.
Just like Cubics, we saw this anime resurgence. And so, okay, and now we go to the not reoccurring or second seasons, so to speak. And so we have Ahmad to Inazuma, which it's like Hungry and Lightning or something translated, something in Lightning, and that is the cutest anime I've ever seen in my life. Without, it's on par with the Usagi Drop so far, and the voice acting is great. The child is not annoying. The child is believable, but cute, which is a very hard thing to pull off, especially with anime being anime these days. And the whole, we just make a moe, and then we'll we'll act like they're not little kids. But that's amazing. So far so good. 2 episodes, or is it's either 2 or 3 episodes in, 2 episodes in now. The 3rd episode comes out today, thank the Lord. And so does The Gray Man, and one other thing I need to talk about, which is Taboo Tattoo. And this is a manga that I read and then put down because it was boring. And the anime, we've gotten through 2 episodes, and it is also as boring. We'll say hello to the new harem edge anime of this season, where you're gonna see all the casuals pop out and say, "Oh, I really like this. It's great writing because it has a lot of action in it." Quotation writing. So that's about as much as I expected from it. So not really surprised there. And then we have the dark horse of the season, which is 91 Days. And I'm not sure if you've heard about this, Sterling, because this came out of thin air. There's no source material. They are making up an anime as they go. It is set in the Prohibition era of, like the 1920s. And it's all gangsters and gangs. And it's all, derby caps, and everyone's in suits, and it's all about creating illegal alcohol and the gangs surrounding that. And about 2 surrogate brothers and their adventure, basically. I don't want to get too deep into it because it is pretty thrilling, and it's a anime based on revenge. And so, like I said, I don't know what's coming because there's no source material. So 2 episodes in, and it's pretty freaking amazing.
Cool.
The opening music is done by the same people that did Tokyo Ghoul and Psychopaths. I forget the band name, but they did all the openings for them. They're really, really high pitched. Well, not high pitched, but high register. Men singing with the techno in the back. But so that's the dark horse of this one, and it has proved itself to be a top contender. And of course we have Berserk, but that's been going since 1997. So nothing big there. Wink,
of course
wink.
not.
As far as movies go, I watched The Homework. Nothing really else. I've just been playing Pokemon Go.
No Overwatch?
No.
I
guess. Welcome to the rest of the world. Sorry, Overwatch. You need to be put on the shelf. It's like, but we released this new character. Oh, okay, Grandpa. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm gonna go outside and find a Squirtle.
A Twirtle. Yes.
Which I have all the starters now, and I have an Ivysaur, a Wartortle, but I have yet to get a Charmeleon. So I'm doing pretty good. I've caught 60 something of the 100 Pokemon you can have so far. So.
Alright, yeah.
It's you could say it's a pretty big deal.
Cool.
But besides that, not much in the realm of my dealings.
Alright. So are you done with your week?
Yeah. On to
Alright.
you, Mr. Sterling.
I guess I have to fill in all this 30 minutes now. Cough. Well, let's see here. I guess I'll start with games, since they're easy to talk about. So I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about this game called Inside.
Is that the one from Pixar?
Yeah, the one from Pixar, yeah, Inside Out.
Yeah.
No. Inside, a lot of people are giving it high praise.
But does it deserve high praise?
Does it deserve high praise? Now that's a good question. That's a very poignant question right there. Something that I will dance around at
For the next hour.
Nah,
Watch me dance.
the short and simple game of the year is a little bit too overselling this game. It's a great game, don't get me wrong, but for like about 4 hours, it's good with what it tails. So I'm pretty sure, have any of you played Limbo?
I've dabbled.
John?
Nope, just heard of it.
Okay. Well, it's made by those same people, and you can pretty much spot, like, if you never seen Inside, but you've played Limbo, and then all of a sudden Inside comes bashing through your window, like, oh hey,
With a gun.
you look like a Limbo guy. Like, yeah, what this does great is platforming and puzzles. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I think a lot of the reason why people give this so much praise is pretty much about the 80 to 90% mark, in which I don't want to spoil anything, but if ever, let me see here how to word this right. If ever you thought John Carpenter did something really good in 1982, you might like what this has in store for you. And that's all I'll ever give you, but that's pretty much about it. It kind of just ends, and that's fine. There's a secret ending though that I guess I'll just have to look up because I don't care. But whatever. It's fine. Game of the year worthy. I guess if you like a 4-hour game that around the 3 hour and 30 minute mark it gets good. So I'm done with that. Final Fantasy VI, I've been playing that for a long time. About 2, maybe 3 months. I don't know. I'm pretty much done with it. I got all the characters. I got pretty much everything outside of Kefka's Tower. There's just those 2 dragons in Kefka's Tower, and then I'll get that freaking whatever it's called, Crusader Esper.
Yeah.
And then I'll be 100% done to go towards the end goal, but all my characters are all weak, so I gotta grind out.
You gotta get on that grinder account.
Yep. So I've just been grinding it all out. I pretty much got every single weapon. I'd say that this is probably right above Final Fantasy IV in how easy it is, how to get everything like 100%. This one is almost there, but there's a lot of like, what? You gotta do this to do that? okay. Like a lot of backtracking that's like you wouldn't really ever backtrack because why would you? You have like a freaking air machine to go all the way. But yeah. Besides that, there's not really much anything to talk about. But yeah, it's a fun game. Just the story is just I guess it's there. I got PS Plus this whole month. And I've just been fiddling around with the free stuff. And I got... Well, I had Planet Side a long time ago, but I never really delved all the way into it. And that's like a multiplayer game with like... I forget how many hundreds of players on one like thing. Or maybe it's like lower than that. I don't know how the servers are for PS4, but on like PC and stuff like that, it's like in the hundreds. Yeah, it's a fine game. Like I recommend it if you like multiplayer games. It's sort of in the wake of Star Wars Battlefront, but like better. Which I've also been playing Star Wars Battlefront. Still nothing there. I've also gotten into
a game.
I played Hokage, which is that mecha game. I played like 3 matches and I'm like, yeah, I think I got my fill of how this game works. And then I deleted it. It's not bad. It's just not my cup of tea. I like it. I pretty much on like the first campaign or mission or whatever multiplayer game I played, I was beasterizing everyone, but you know, whatever. I don't care. Also, I gotten into, well, not really gotten into, but I bought, well, no, I downloaded a free game, because how can you buy a free game? Fury, this Afro Samurai artist, neon-y, twin stick shooter, hack and slash, bullet hell, all that in a boss rush mode type of game. It's really mediocre. The only thing that I'll say that's pretty great about it is that the freaking difficulty settings mean what they mean, and it's great to finally like play a game where it's like, hey, this is easy. Hey, this is normal. Hey, that's freaking hard and unpassable at my current state of mind. 'Cause I'm a person who likes Darius G. I can get around bullet hell stuff pretty good. But this bullet hell is kind of unforgiving, in which if you mess up once, oops, you dead, boy. You dead. So I think I'm about, like, you can see a clear differentiation in which easy has like maybe like 2 boss health pips, and then normal has like 4, and then hard has like I think 8 or something like that, which is just like kind of grindy. It's not really that fun to play on hard. But hey, whatever, it's free, right? It's free. I also dabbled into my PS2 collection just cause, hey, I'm kind of bored of all this PS4 and PS3 stuff. Let me dig out the old PS2 era games. But let me even dig further and get the ports of an arcade game of Fatal Fury 1. And as a person who is a fan of King of Fighters and Fatal Fury, I've only ever actually played about maybe one match of Fatal Fury story mode. And this last 2 weeks I played the Fatal Fury story mode, the first one, and whoo boy, is it ever up there in like one of the funnest story modes I've ever played in a fighting game. And that's just Fatal Fury 1, man. Like pretty much you start off with like 3 characters, and well, like you only have 3 characters, which is Cody, Andy, and Joe. 'Cause that's all they have at the time, but you have to fight through the rankings in the Fatal Fury tournament, and at the end you get to fight Geese, and when you kill Geese, yes, I mean kill, as you like freaking kick him out of a like 20-story building. It's, oh my gosh, it's one of the greatest ones I've ever played. Like, it's up there with Mortal Kombat 9 and like Soul Calibur stuff. That's it. And the last game I've played was Dark Souls 3. In Dark Souls 3, I finally platinumed. Woo-wee. It was easy to do, and for all those people who like platinuming games, it's pretty much the easiest one that you can do. So, yo, all you gotta have is some skill and a guide, and that's it, cause pretty much all the trophies are garnered towards, oh, did you kill that boss? Cool, here's the trophy. Oh, did you find all these items? Oh, here's a trophy. And that's about it. Although you have to play 3 playthroughs to get everything. Oh well. That's fine, whatever.
Did you S-stock your way to victory in PvP? Here's a trophy.
Basically, but I'm not an S-tuck baby, you know. I'm a straight sword Irithil baby, you know.
With my character, my non-Solaire character, I joined the Watchdogs of Farron, and I have not been summoned once since I joined that goddamn covenant. It tried to twice, and just failed both times.
Are you trying to do so for getting the items?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's real fun.
You can farm them from the enemies, from the Abyss Watchers. If you go back from it and you see all those guys like just sitting there, like all those types of enemies, they drop them. So.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like every item in the game has a drop thing, but be forewarned that the drop rate of some of those items are like 1 in 1,000. So you know.
Yeah, it's like trying to get Solaire Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that problem, and I actually tried to do arena fighting, or what do you call it? The whatever, when you put your sign down and you duel people. So I went to the duel arena past Pontiff Sullivan, and I got 1 battle out of 12 that I tried to do.
Yeah.
And the guy had the Dark Souls 2 leg, where it was just like, you know, pinging per second, and it suddenly appears behind me with the Fume Greatsword. It was almost like a fighting game with a character that has like a super powerful large blade, but he also has teleport moves. And if I did knock him down, then suddenly it was like, you know, wake up DPS or something. Mm-hmm. Wake up special. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I had to do quite a lot of stuff before I went through PS Plus to get my items. Because I was like, you know what? I'll just get PS Plus. This has taken me 8 years of my life. Because pretty much if you ever go towards the mound makers, those item drops are from those big huge skeletons wielding the swords that spin around. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm not doing that. I'll just be summoned as a mad spirit, or just use a red orb eye as a mad spirit and just kill people that way. And man, oh man, did it ever feel like I was taking forever, because I was getting one of that item and I'm like, okay, now is the time I'll get that item that I need. Nope, not yet. Like, dang. The only thing that I have a little problem with is that they don't show you how much you gave to the item, Covenant.
Yeah.
It's just, oh yeah, here, you gave it. Okay, cool. Thanks, good job. Bring me more.
Yeah. When am I at 50? I don't know.
Yeah. But thankfully, they only go up to 30 to get all the items for every Covenant. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's for games for me. Movies. I watched a whole lot of movies. And yes, I do remember them. Maybe because I wrote them down.
It's a miracle.
So right off the bat, I watched The Revenant for the first time in my life. And I'm pretty sure you, Josiah, you watched The Revenant years ago.
Only last year, gee.
And have you watched it, John?
No.
You haven't watched The Revenant?
I watch superhero movies, and that's about it.
Leonardo DiCaprio's.
Well, this is pretty much like a backstory to a superhero movie. This is the up and coming. Pretty much, yes. That's all I gotta say, is yes to this movie. Everything hits on all levels, except for maybe a little bit of Leonardo DiCaprio-y-ish things here and there, but he's pretty okay for not talking for a whole while. They really did a good directing job by not having him talk for a whole lot. But does he deserve that Oscar for this movie? I think he deserved it for Wolf of Wall Street, but that's another thing.
Or Titanic, or Django.
So yeah.
Just to verify, because I might think I know what you're talking about now. Is this the movie where the bear Zangief's Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It also goes by a different name besides Revenant. It also goes by Winnie the Pooh, Forest of Horror.
Yes. But yeah, it's a well photographed, filmed, cinematographed movie. It's really good in that aspect in all realms. Acting is pretty high for everyone else.
Oh man, freaking what's his name?
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mad
I
Max
can't
is in this film.
What? Why can't I never remember his name?
I know, right? Every time I see him, I'm like, hey, there's that Mad Max, or there's Bane.
Or there's Bronson.
There's Bronson. Yes.
Oh man. No, but yeah, he did a killer job. It took me like 10 minutes to figure out it was him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I think he should have gotten an award too. But I guess not. Oh well. Other than that, yeah, it's a good movie. I recommend it. Yeah, go see it if you haven't. John.
Yeah.
I watched another movie, The Godfather 2. Continuing with my Godfather trilogy, marathoning here and there. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's fair. Still, I'm not really all that down with it. Although I will say that it is as good as Godfather 1. But I will say that the Vito Corleone scenes with Robert De Niro, they are very, very downplayed, and they could pretty much do without them altogether and just focus on the actual main story of the present, or at the time present, Godfather 2. But other than that, yeah, it's a good movie. That I'm not all that amazed with. But on to Godfather 3, I guess, to end this trilogy. The next two movies I watched that are practically the same in how much debauchery is in them. I watched Salò, or The 120 Days of Sodom. This movie, much like freaking... what's that other movie? Serbian film, is made to pretty much be unnerving for people to watch. But to me, who finds that fascinating and their try to make me unnerved, is pretty much amazing. This is one of the good ones. It's not like a Serbian film where every time it feels like they're just trying to wow you with every little thing that they do. Is like, oh hey, we got this baby, be wowed. I'm like, oh okay, I'll look at that puppet right there. Okay, oh you did that, oh okay, that's fine.
It's like the child that really wants attention.
Yeah, and this almost feels like it was like seeming to try, but it was pretty much going the way of like, hey, this is just happening, yo. We're filming it and this is what's happening, yo. And that's what it feels like. But the best thing about this movie, cinematography. Some of the best I've seen in this kind of debauchery of a film. You could say like a lot of them have great cinematography, but this one trumps them all. But it kind of cheats in the way of there's only like so many scenes taking place at once. So it's like they're in this room and it's like, oh okay, that's cool, and it looks great and it looks like perfect and pristine. And then they use it again, but then they change the character placement, how everything looks. It's like, wow. But yeah, it's pretty much like, if I would have rate this movie, I guess I would give it a 9 only for the reason that the ending is kind of just an ending, because it just ends like, I wanted more, but oh well. And then the last movie I watched, Man Bites Dog, which is pretty much in the same way of how much debauchery I can stomach in one sitting, was pretty good. It's pretty much a fake documentary, like a found footage type of deal. One of the best, and pretty much my only, I guess, I'll only stomach this freaking found footage movie because pretty much all of them that I've seen, they're not good.
Are garbage.
But
Except
this
for,
one,
Enter the Wither, or Down in the Wither, or whatever that
Down
one
in the
is.
Well.
About them finding the monster hole in the earth.
But yeah, this is pretty much, this is a documentary, a fake one, about following a serial killer and everything he does. And he's pretty much like the nicest, coolest guy, but he kills people and they're like following him around, and he's like, he's in on it too. He's like, yo, come over here, help, like, help, watch me do this. And it's like, it's amazing. It's funny, and like, it's shot in black and white, and it feels fake, but it feels like it's funny fake and funny real at the same time. Because some of those shots in which the serial killer is killing, it's like, wow, really? This actually looks real for some reason. But other than that, the ending, sad to say, goes downhill and stumbles on pretty much every single thing, and it's pretty much expected. It's like you could see it like a mile away. It's like, yeah, this is the only way it could have ended. But everything in the ending kind of sucked. But everything before that was an A+ all throughout. Like, it was funny, it was fantastic. I recommend it, but not to the squeamish. And that's about it for movies. And my last segment, Animu. I only have 3. Very quick. I have only 2 episodes left of the Blackjack OVA. Amazing so far. Next, Blood Plus. I watched the first episode finally. I finally got around to it, and yeah, it's pretty much one of those animes that if I have the time, if I have the freaking time, I can go through that in like one sitting. And yeah, I know it's 50 episodes. If I have the time, they're all done. And Ulysses 31, last time I talked about it, I was like about 2 episodes in, and I was like, yeah, this is cool, I could get into this. I'm like halfway through it, and I'm like pretty much like stapled to the television, and I'm like, yo, this is great, I want more, give me more. But pretty much it's not like super fantastic. It's sort of in the realm of Thundercats and He-Man, but it's in the realm of, hey, this is an actually like good animated television show. So hey, like Thundercats wasn't a good animated television show, but it was kind of like episodic in the way of, hey, what did we learn today, kids? Oh, and all that stuff. This has an actual story, and it's pretty much going through all the story of the Odyssey and told through freaking the future, and that's my jam. And that's pretty much all I have had to do. And hey, look at that, I did fill in all that time. So, the homework. What was it again, John?
It was the Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright live-action film, which was only released in Japan.
You wanna elaborate on why you picked this film, and why don't you start explaining what's it about?
It's actually just simple explanations. I liked the Phoenix Wright game that I played.
So you played the first one?
No. So this whole thing was new to me.
Oh, awesome, cool.
Oh wow.
The first ever Phoenix Wright game that I played was actually the Miles Edgeworth one. The Miles Edgelord one. So.
And that's the only one that you played?
So far, yeah. But I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, I might have cheated, but just gave myself infinite health. That's it. But it's a learning experience. I never played a Phoenix Wright game before that. So this whole thing was new to me. I didn't know the story. Like, I knew basic things just because I used to watch, like, I don't know. I don't even think they're like YouTube poops, but they're just like, random mix-ups of Phoenix Wright animations, and then they added like different voice clips to it. So, I mean, I got to see some of the things. Like, I wanted the character G-Dot to appear. I don't know if he was, like, in the first one or if he's in the second one or something. But I was like, where is he? Like, the whole time I was watching it, I was like, where is he? And the funny story that comes with this movie is I didn't start watching it till yesterday, and at, like, 2 in the morning. So I was like, I'm going to watch maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes of it, and then for the rest of the, or then sleep, then watch it before we start this. So I would have been rushing things. But I started at 2, and then I didn't realize it was like almost 4 in the morning or something when I finally put it down. And I was like, oh, it's done. So, yeah, that's one thing I could say about the movie is that I said I would only watch 10 minutes, but I watched the whole entire thing. I didn't even get up to use the washroom or anything, even though I had to. I was like, nope, near the end, gotta finish. Plus, of course, I know Phoenix Wright from Marvel vs. Capcom. So that's like my second introduction to Phoenix Wright. And I did know about this movie, and the reason why I picked it is because I saw a clip, I don't know how many years ago, but it was just the trailer clip to it.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it came out, and I was like, wait, there's a friggin' live action Phoenix Wright movie? And like these graphics for the monitor screens and everything that they pull up are actually cool looking. I was like, I gotta watch this. So I didn't know what we wanted to watch in the first place for homework, so said pick something. I was like, I haven't watched this yet. I'll do it. Bad or good, let's just watch this.
That's pretty much how this works.
I mean, that's how it works. It's just basically we define what we can't watch, but not what we can.
Now, what about Street Fighter the movie?
Well, who hasn't watched it?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it like 30 times.
I watch it every day before I go to bed.
Hey, just because I watched it doesn't mean I remember it.
Well, that's fine, but another rule is kind of like everybody has to be like, what's this? Or, hey, I don't really remember this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't have much to say. It's like, it's more so on your side, Josiah. Like, you know how I like Kamen Rider Double. And the whole, detective, like, genre thing that they had going on there. It's the same for Phoenix Wright. And Kuga. Like, Kuga had the same setup, too, where they were detectives and police and all that. And it was more like a police drama than it was... It was like you just threw Kamen Rider into a police drama. That's what it was.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kuga was an archaeologist.
Yeah, well, for the most part, it was focused on the police. So
Well, he teamed up with the police. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the police had a big presence, but I mean, like, he was an archaeologist student. Like,
actually, to be fair, he's just the man that has 2,000 skills.
yep, that too.
So technically, he does everything. Yeah, but I mean, it's just that, like, I normally don't like cop shows. So I don't know, maybe I'm racist or something. I can only stand and watch the Japanese ones because I don't watch the English ones here. Like, I don't know, Law and Order. I don't watch that stuff.
It's pretty good. Law and Order is pretty good, though. I'm not joking. Like, the original, like, seasons are really, really good.
The only thing I
Spin-offs, not so
think
much.
I saw here was CSI. And
That's
that's just because my mom watched it constantly,
Yeah.
like every season,
Mm.
and on reruns, so it was always on the screen.
Cool.
It wasn't terrible, but I mean, it's not Phoenix Wright.
It's definitely a
So-
mixed bag.
Yeah. So I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't know the story going in, but I enjoyed the story they told. I enjoyed the humor that was in that they had. Like, the thing is, there was points that were serious, there were points that were goofy and funny, and then there was the parts that I was even going, I wonder who so and so could be, or actually make. It was like kind of like the game. It made you think and try to process the stuff ahead of Phoenix Wright. So I feel it caught the game the way it should, and I like that they didn't shy away from the stupid goofiness that is Phoenix Wright. We all know one of the main reasons why Phoenix Wright is so popular as a game is because of the colorful characters of the game. If they just made bland ass Phoenix Wright has like a geese haircut and just suited up, has shades on, and looks like just some CSI guy, it wouldn't have worked out. Like, they needed to stay true to the characters for this, and I feel they did. And it's something Capcom didn't fuck up on, at least I find. So that's a good thing.
They definitely stayed true to the character. I had a big problem with one thing. That was the setting.
Yep.
Why don't you like the
man.
setting, Josiah?
How about the people who might have actually played the game talk about it?
I'm sorry. I just watched the incredibly accurate anime
Yeah.
that is basically the game graphics in TV show form. Of course, it's processed through a whole bunch of Koreans paid $3 an hour first, of course. But besides that, no, the setting was a little dark and a little futuristic, a lot of futuristic. And I don't know, it just kind of felt out of place, like in a lot of places. Like a lot of live action dramas do. They don't necessarily like to keep the same set or one that's even close. I'm thinking about the Sailor Moon drama, and there's one other. I think it wasn't Azumanga Daioh. I think it was Haruhi, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. That had a live action drama, and it was terrible. As far as setting goes, it was watchable, of course, but I mean, like, the setting was like not like anything like the anime or the manga. But that's just the thing that kind of threw me out of it from the beginning. Like you said, the characters were really well done. They had good costumes. I mean, the costumes were right. It's just like the setting and the backgrounds were pulling me out of the film constantly.
Yeah.
But I mean, because I had seen gameplay. I mean, I've seen gameplay. My friends have played it, and I've picked it up and dabbled, Phoenix Wright before.
Yeah.
So I've had my hands on the actual original game. But I just never finished it or owned it or played it, to a degree in which I could say that I'm anywhere close to a fan. But that's my 2 cents. But like you said, the characters were great. The design for the characters were really great, and they kept the same
motif,
the same voice actor or the same person who voices Yahari or Larry. He's the actual guy who voices him.
Larry Boots. So anything else?
No. The stories were, pretty accurate to the source material, as far as I know from the anime. But it wasn't little changes here and there, but nothing stupendous, because everyone who knows, everybody in Japan basically knows the story, So.
Well, having played the first one, the first game this is based on, which was the 2 trials, the second and the 4th, I think.
Yeah,
and having played it again, like about, I'm going to say, like 3 months ago. So I'm pretty much on the know of what's up with every single thing and detail.
Yep.
But as a person who likes to go into movies that I don't really care if they go far from the material or go away or do whatever they have to do. I thought that this movie took quite a lot of daring steps that brought me back to saying, maybe Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, shouldn't really be a movie. And that's only towards the part of how the game itself plays, and how you go around doing the thing of pretty much finding out, oh, I can do that. Oh, this is not a good choice. Maybe I should do this instead of that. And going through all that, and like it kind of takes out the fun of, oh, dang, I messed up in this area. Maybe I should think a little bit harder on what to do. But then here comes this movie where pretty much everything Phoenix Wright does is pretty much all the right choices, and like it's not really anything like, oh hey, that was pretty much like, oh dang, it's so intense, how could he do this? Like, no, but it's like, oh, here's the right answer. Objection, I got the right answer right here. Let me make this funny face of, oh geez, I'm thinking of the right answer. Now let me say it with the right answer. And it's kind of like that. And to me, I don't find that in a movie very fun and fulfilling, but in the movie kind of way, in the movie sense of it being a movie all unto itself, I still think that it was a little bit too not as investing for me, at least. It's not in the way of, I guess, like in the way of making you feel like you're achieving something. You're just watching another person achieve their own things, and it's kind of just like you're there watching a court case, and it's not really all that an amazing court case. Although until when the bird comes out, it's like, oh hey, that's a funny thing from the game. And it's like, oh, they kind of botched that whole scene. Oh, okay. But and not really to say that it's a horrible movie. It's a very watchable movie. It's just, if you're going to put all your time and investments in it,
Yeah.
like it's kind of like you should go a little bit more and see why the game was popular in the first place, instead of just like, hey, let's get the script from the game, and hey, all these wrong choices, now let's do away with them and just put the right choices. Like, it would have been cool if Phoenix Wright did something wrong for a change, and then like came back with like a rebuttal of, oh, okay, let me get this straight. It was pretty much watching like a perfect run of the game on like YouTube, and it's like, well, you're not really doing anything. You're just like watching the game being played for itself and being perfected, and like, oh, okay, well, you know the story, but you're not really playing the game.
Well, there's a few moments from what he said there, like, you're an idiot, why would you state that? Or it's like, you're repeating yourself, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
and he was just like,
those
oh,
are
right, hold on.
Uh-huh.
I got this. I got the evidence right here, just wait.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, yeah, he's not as scrubby and goofy as he is, like, in his first year as an attorney. So I agree with you there, where it's like they made Phoenix Wright kind of more godly in this. Where
unstoppable.
Yeah. Where he's like on, Edgeworth level and Von Carmen's level as well.
Yeah.
When it's like in the game you start off and you can't solve shit. You're like, I'm dumb. I don't know what this Phoenix Wright shit is.
Uh-huh.
And you have to lose the game about 2 or 3 times until you finally find out, oh, I was supposed to question this. That's dumb.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Uh-huh. And that's pretty much like my biggest problem of it.
Yeah.
And like the acting is actually pretty good. Yeah. They stay pretty much true, quote unquote, to the characters. They're here and there with being a little bit over eccentric in places where, like, I don't think some of the animations of the game where like they're getting all like like Japanesey, like falling over and stuff translates well into real life, which it comes off as being like cringy. Overdone and cringy. I was like, wow, okay, you're gonna go through that realm, but hey, whatever, like, it's fine. Like,
it's like Phoenix used Zawardo and everyone just froze in the place.
Although those in the end credits where they're all frozen and they're all like, ooh, like mimes and stuff, that was pretty funny. But everything else where they're like falling down because, oh, it's Christmas, oh, fall down, I'm like, wait, what, really? Okay.
As is tradition.
But yeah, like, that's always like pretty much bothered me with like some of the like comedic Japanese films of like the late 2000s. They always have to go over the limit of like their facial expressions don't actually represent what they're actually acting out.
Yeah.
Like a very like a peculiar scene where Phoenix Wright is like looking at Mia Fey as a ghost, and he's all like with his but it's kind of not really well done, and it kind of just looks like he's acting it out being ooh. But yeah, like stuff like that. But other than that, like, I thought it was like a fine little movie. Like, if it was not really towards the point of Phoenix Wright doing pretty much everything perfect, and like some of the acting was kind of toned down, but still, like, if they wanted to go over the top, then you gotta act that over the top. Don't just act out like, oh, I think I should act out that I'm over the top, but how should I do that? Oh, I know. I could just make a funny face and just look around.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And now when the game is called into question of how like the things are in the movie, I don't really care. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that's wrong with it. That's like that doesn't go with that. That has nothing to do with this case. That thinker never appears ever again. Why should it ever do that? Stuff like that. But in the movie and in the context of the movie, it feels right, you know. And that's pretty much what I thought about it. If you had to give it a grade, John, what would you give it? And would you recommend it?
I'd recommend it to people that like cop dramas and are at least interested to see how they did Phoenix Wright. Just keep in mind, though, that this is also Capcom getting a greedy penny, so that's probably also why it's not 100% accurate and all that, because Capcom's just like, make a Phoenix Wright movie. I don't care when, I don't care how, just do it. We need money. I can also say it's not Death Note, the live action, so that's a bonus. That's a plus. I've heard nothing but bad things about Death Note, the live action film. In fact, it showed in Canada at our cinematic theater, and the people who went told me they were extremely disappointed with it. To which my response was, yeah, it's Death Note. And that's just because I didn't like Death Note.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did I have to say? Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Yeah.
Did you have any favorite character that you would like to talk about? Maybe a little bit more recommendation through that character?
The fact that G-Dot wasn't there? I mean, are they
like
planning on making a number 2 and bringing G-Dot for that?
Oh, of course. I mean, that's the whole plan. That's why I did the first movie.
Yeah.
Or they just didn't want to splash coffee on someone's face. Like, they were fine with ripping a wig off and throwing it at Phoenix Wright, but not a cup of coffee or anything. So yeah, like I said, as far as I can say, you know, you don't have to worry. It's not going to be Death Note quality. It's pretty good. I had nothing wrong, like no issues with it. It kept me entertained. So, but I'm also someone who only really saw Phoenix Wright through the Miles Edgeworth campaign, which had nothing to even do with Phoenix Wright. Like, Phoenix never shows up at all. And that's what I was kind of pissed about the game, because I was like, where's Phoenix? I thought this is called Phoenix Wright. And then Marvel vs. Capcom. So I knew who Maya was. I don't know when Missile comes in, but I know Missile's a thing. And the only things I know from reading before watching this, because I read back when I saw the trailer, was people were disappointed that there wasn't enough music and sounds from the actual game.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't enough?
They wanted the legitimate, like, MIDI songs in the movie.
I don't know. I think that was part of the film that was, like, pretty accurate. Like, I didn't have any problem with it. Like, all the music was pretty much ripped from the game, but was, like, a little bit, like, remixed here and there to make it feel like it's movie quality. So, like, whatever.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a problem with it. It was just the Phoenix Wright fans were like, you know, when he says objection, it should be the outright English, you know, loud ass objection, and there should be that big shining finger when he does it.
Those are called normie fans.
Which they do that at the end. If people want to know,
Yep.
the shining finger does come at the end.
So, what would you grade it?
I'd
If you
just
had
say
to.
watch it if you're interested in, how we describe it, and if you like Phoenix Wright, it's worth a check out. If you're a huge ass fan of Phoenix Wright, maybe not. If you just like cop dramas, check it out. Could it be, any worse than any other cop dramas we have? I mean, are you gonna compare Phoenix Wright to like Gotham or something?
I hope so.
Yeah. There's not enough Batman in my Phoenix Wright.
There's never enough Batman in Phoenix Wright for me.
So yeah, I just say, I don't really have a grade for the movie. I just say, if you're interested, check it out, because I didn't mind it, and it was enough to keep me up for 2 hours. So.
All right, Josiah, what about you? What is it recommendable, and what would you grade it if you had to?
Yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it to most people.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I don't talk to most people. I would give it a strong 6 out of 10.
Okie dokie.
That is all.
Alrighty. Is it recommendable? I'd say yes to certain types of people. I'd say that if you strongly and only watch Japanese things, I'd pretty much say, hey, look at that. Look at that. That's right up your alley. What's that? Oh, that's Phoenix Wright right there. That's Ace Attorney film. There it is. Go catch it. I'd say go do that. If you're into all that stuff. If you like,
Big butts and you cannot
if you really like, eccentricism, then you'll probably like this. If you like to watch comedies, yeah. If you're one of those, if you're one of those normie fans, then I'd recommend it.
If you like special effects and you're a normie fan, then I would definitely recommend it.
And other than that, as a grade, I'm gonna be generous. Once in my life, and I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10.
Oh wow.
I was 3 points generous more. No, just kidding. Kidding.
I admit that it's watchable.
Yeah. But me, it's a 4. Again, I've liked 4s in the past. You can check out that. It's just not my cup of tea. Even though it has my cup of tea scent in it, when I taste it, I'm like, nope, no,
Not today.
not today, mister.
No, it's usually Sterling. We're usually on the same step most of the time.
Yeah, but me, I'm kind of in that realm of. I'm also looking at it through, I'm looking both at it's a movie unto itself, but I'm also being considerate to the game and how that is. And it's it's not connecting that bridge for me. And that's kind of but.
You're blinded by your lack of ignorance.
So I'd put it above 4 just because, a 4 or 3 or something like that, to me, is Bleach. And I hope to God, if I look up Japanese films after this, I see there was a
Bleach.
live-action Bleach movie.
I think so.
I think there's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna die, guys, because I'm gonna be drinking the whole thing of Bleach. I watched the anime, so yes, people can't judge because I have watched it. I
All the way
watched the
through?
whole 5 episodes of it, and 3 episodes in, I legitimately fell asleep. So 2 episodes went by, and I was like passed out.
Mm. So on to the extra credit.
in places.
On to the
Yeah, well,
extra credit.
To be fair, a lot of animes get better near the end. Naruto gets better near the end.
Sorta.
If you don't, like I said, if you know which fillers to skip, it's better.
Mm-hmm.
But John, what you need to do is just read the Bleach manga. It's much better.
Yeah, well,
Since half of Bleach is just filler, anyways.
that's also JoJo. Read the manga. That's Berserk. Read the manga. We should all really just read the manga.
The reason they want you to read the manga on those is because they take forever to come out with any anime.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh.
For One Piece, read the manga.
Mm.
Yeah.
As in,
I
don't
guess.
watch the 4 Kids One Piece.
Well, you just get the
Don't watch
uncensored.
any English One Piece.
That's not fair. We have some Dragon Ball Z voices in the Funimation one.
Hmm.
But moving on to Cubics Robots for Everybody.
Uh-huh. Season final.
Yep.
Episodes 2 and 3. So have you watched 1, 2, and 3, John?
I watched Cubics when it was out.
No, we were talking about Berserk.
Uh-huh.
I saw the ending of Cubics. And even then, I was just like, this is so meh, I don't even care.
So how about
that's
the
my
season
judgment
finale?
of it.
Cough, cough.
Alright, well, I will put in my 2 cents.
Uh-huh.
The second episode, much like the first episode, was very good as far as accuracy.
Yes.
I believe the body models took a step in the right direction. The CG got a little bit better.
A bit, yeah.
Marginally. It takes a while to get good at a medium like that,
Yeah.
such as art. The third episode, though, was all. I didn't think it was bad.
I think it was.
I didn't understand why they had to do it the way they did.
Yeah. It was very
It was
sporadic.
very much forced and very much, hey, let's take a character that we didn't show on purpose and now put him here for no reason.
Yeah.
And also, let's put a castle in the middle of this barren wasteland, supposed to be, for no reason, because we could have done the same thing that was supposed to happen in probably less time. They drug it out for some reason.
For me,
But,
I think the second episode so far is my favorite one out of the 3.
yeah.
Only because the plot dump is pretty accurate and it's pretty entertaining and fulfilling. You pretty much get to know why everything is where they are in the anime. It's going step by step from the mango, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I went back and checked, so.
And everything that I guess animation wise in the second episode they were like fairly conservative for the right reasons. Like there wasn't really a necessity to go over the top for some things. And when they did, they were kind of a little bit janky, but like, it's passable. I can get around this. And then the third episode came around, and I was very perturbed by.
Oh, for the big reason?
No, not for the big reason. I was ready to get perturbed by that, but then all of a sudden, oh, that was it. Okay.
No, the big reason is the so-called why Guts is there.
Oh. Yeah.
That big reason.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, we've never read the manga before. We don't know why Guts is here right now.
Yeah.
Or at all, because he's definitely not trying to do that the entire time. He's only trying to find he's only trying to find two people.
Mm-hmm.
One who used to be a person, and one who is still a person.
Yep.
Although acts much more like a smaller person now.
And there, in the third episode, I pretty much seen full clipping in the modeling textures.
Yeah.
And I was like, oof. I saw that, you Jimmy Neutron. I saw that. I saw what you did.
Would you say woof?
I'd say brain blast. But yeah, the third episode so far is the weakest one out of the three. It's still in the ways of, hey, let's go on continuing this. Like if I was like a person who, I guess this is my only exposure, like I'd be like, hey, the second episode was good. The third episode, it's a stumble here. The fourth episode is going to be not really a make it or break it, but it's like, it's on that edge of like, hey, gotta get something there. Cause like the third episode was just like, to me, was very sporadic in how everything was just placed and handled. And everything was just like, oh hey, this is happening, oh that's happening, oh this is happening, oh now this is happening too. Oh, don't forget that ending. Let's put this in for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the first 5 minutes of the episode were pretty good, pretty on point.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
And then the ending was on point, but the middle made the ending weird.
Yeah, that's why.
Because the middle was not on point, and so the ending looks like it was just kind of tacked on there.
Mm-hmm.
Because they mention the Pope
yeah.
once
Mm-hmm.
in the whole episode when they're supposed to be mentioning him like 16 times.
But I did like, in the way that it's a continuation of the 1997 anime. Like, they're not really, I guess, like, it's not like a secret that they aren't doing that. I thought it was a fair representation of, hey, this is what we're gonna be doing, and this is what we're doing. And I'm like, okay, this is fine for the ending at least of the third episode.
Yeah. No, I mean that you know, that kind of gives us hope for those of us who know.
Yeah.
Like a nice reassuring pat on the back after, you know, killing the hamster.
Yeah.
But it was just a and then they keep on telling you, well, it was just a hamster, and then they just pat your back.
So anything to add, John? We are, in fact, talking about the
since I'm
Berserk.
done my review of Cubics, how about that Berserk?
Oh, hey, well.
Yeah. Let's see. I can't remember the character's name, but we have Scarlett Johansson playing Seska, is it?
Oh, jeez.
Casca, you mean?
Casca.
Yeah, Casca.
Okay.
Yeah. So people are overjoyed with the whitewashing there.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Like God intended.
exactly.
Which is funny because Guts saw God.
Yep.
When he met him, he shook his hand too. It was crazy.
He looks a little tired after getting off that boat.
Mm-hmm.
So tired, in fact, he's seeing demons and going insane and shit. I have seen why he's gone insane, but if people didn't watch the original, they very briefly find out why he might be insane.
Through the flashbacks, yes.
Well, PTSD. It's much more PTSD.
Yeah, he has his Vietnam flashback, so... I don't know if it was first episode or second episode, but there was skeletons.
First.
episode.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I don't know when we get to see the wheel skeletons, and I go, "Hey, that's Dark Souls."
Well, you were supposed to see some of them this episode.
Oh, boo!
Or actually, no, we might be seeing it next episode. Actually, it kind of blurs in this because they did the episode wrong. It kind of blurs wherever.
Yeah.
And then I can't wait for comments of people who would be new to Berserk, and they'll say, "How come this Dark Souls references in Berserk?" And then I'll go, "How come this Berserk reference was in Dungeons and Dragons? I don't understand."
Well, no, what's really gonna happen is when they're like, "Why is this Dark Souls team in Berserk?" Once they get to the what's his father saint face brick head.
Gosgug? Moglaz? Something like that.
Yeah.
I forget, I'm sorry.
Also,
I'm sorry. It's Maka from Soul Eater. He does the whole he does the whole Maka chop with the Bible, you know.
Amazing.
I really like how Guts is basically Naruto, and he's gonna be the greatest warrior of all time, Dattebayo.
That's a fair assessment.
Yes. He does have ninja stars.
Because nothing builds a better story than putting his revenge for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Griffiths is basically Sasuke. You know, Sasuke did nothing wrong.
He left the village and Guts is mad about it. Sasuke took all of his friends too out of the village.
Oh my God.
That's right. He did a certain something with Sakura, and everything just went downhill from there.
Oh man, this is getting too close. Oh man.
No, I haven't even read the manga, so I don't know any of these new characters that show up or anything.
Well,
So
you're not
when
really supposed
Puck
to.
showed up, I was like, "What? Hold on, who? What the fuck is this?"
Well, Puck has a different entrance
Yeah.
in the manga.
Mango.
So there's a little more story behind that, but
Yeah, the only time
then-
I saw Puck was when Spencer was playing Berserk, and I think maybe
yeah.
not even I can't remember, and he would be pissed about that. That I can't remember if he had Puck at that point or if it was the best friends. So I knew what Puck was, but I knew him with all his polygon goodness. So
So you didn't know that he was a fairy boy?
yeah, he was more like Navi than he was.
well, that's
Yeah.
how he's depicted sometimes in the manga as well.
Yeah.
He's got the three forms. He's got the Navi form, the cartoony form, and then the really detailed.
Really
Yeah.
detailed.
I think they nailed the cartoon form in this version of it pretty well.
It was like, yeah, there's Navi form, there's little anime boo boy form, and then there's
Anime.
Genji Amano chibi version of him.
Mhm.
Oh look, a Get Backers reference.
Yes. I get that.
Yeah, so me meeting Puck for the first time is like me watching JoJo and maybe again like halfway through, or not even halfway through, like near the ending episodes, seeing Iggy and being like, why does this dog have a stand? I don't understand what's going on. Or if you just went to the episode where they're playing video games and the first thing you hear is, oh, that's a baseball. You'd be like, that's what JoJo's is? I don't understand.
It is what JoJo is, though.
It's a whisper.
Oh, I have that clip on YouTube just saved for rainy days.
There you go. Just dub that over my voice.
Oh, I will. What's the timing on this? An hour, 30 minutes. Okay.
So, as someone who hasn't read the manga, only knew what Berserk was through Dark Souls and, like, you know, the maybe one LP the best friends did, and then did the back down and were like, nope, peace out, can't do this anymore. That, and I knew people love saying that he's still on the damn boat.
Well, he's off of it now.
Yeah, he's been off for a while now.
So it's like when, you know, me hearing about Gundam and the only thing I know about was Shining Finger. Same thing with Berserk.
Yeah.
Dark Soul references. And when's this guy getting off the damn boat? That's all I knew. That and Griffith did nothing wrong. And that piqued my curiosity enough to be like, okay, seriously, did he do nothing wrong? Then I watched it and I was like, technically, but I mean, that's like saying Orochimaru did nothing wrong. And
but he really did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
If you watch the entire thing, he literally, he killed the third, but that's because the third attacked him. That's self-defense. No, but he literally did nothing wrong. Like, he is actually like the most like neutral character that just does his own interests. Like, okay, so he killed a whole bunch of orphans, but I mean, he doesn't do that in Naruto.
Exactly, yeah.
No, but the funny thing about you saying that Berserk has Dark Souls references, John, is that Miyamoto freaking loves Berserk so much he created a game series around.
Yeah, he's like, then my series that's not Dark Souls or Demon Souls is not selling too well. Maybe I should make a Berserk game. Ooh, I can't call it Berserk though. That's copyright. What about Demon Souls? Yeah, it's a total different IP. Miyazaki, do you love Berserk? No.
The ridiculous thing is there's totally like Berserk armor in each, or like Guts' armor in each iteration. And you can basically make your character into Guts in each iteration really easily.
Are you telling me Artorias is Jet's Guts? I am shocked and awed.
If the boot fits.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know how you... Like, I heard how you guys kind of feel about it. But... I don't know, because I didn't read the manga. I'm going into this just
it's fine.
Fresh off the... I watched the original. But understand this, and this can only relate to me.
Yes.
I watched Garo before this. And to be fair, because I think the guys at Garo looked at Dark Souls and they're like, yeah, this is what we need. We need Ornstein as a main character and just make a bunch of wolf characters like Ornstein and Artorias and just make a Dark Souls and Berserk show. It's like if they had this version of Berserk before the 90s one for animation wise, like if you actually watch Garo, like Garo has amazing animation because it also does the 2.5D, which is like reboot shit for us. Like, we would have that type of animation. I don't know if you saw the new Batman or Spider-Man of 2.5D. It looks god-awful trash. But for Garo, it was great. So I go from that animation to the 90s animation. Now, I kept in mind, I am watching something from the 90s. You know, this is Pokemon quality. This is Dragon Ball Z quality. This is Sailor Moon quality. It's whatever you watched in the 90s. Obviously, I haven't watched some of the more,
better.
Yeah, the more better stuff. The
Darker Than Black.
Like, I think one of the first animes I might have seen was Japanese Inuyasha. Like, not even the English one. Like, the subbed, Inuyasha.
Yes.
And then it was like, I don't know. Maybe I watched Digimon first. I don't know. Your mind starts to fade as you age. But yeah, so I kept that in mind. I liked it. Garo's basically the same story, so I was just like, cool. I'm rewatching Garo. I like this.
Yep.
Then I get to this thing, and I was like, I don't care. Like, sure, you made it prettier, but as long as it's Berserk, I don't care. That's like if they took Garo, made it full 3D, it doesn't look as good, but hey, at least the story's still there. I'm fine. But I mean, if they took like Mario 64 graphics and then made that like the Garo animation, and they're like, hey, but there's still the story, I'd be like, So at least the new Berserk is not, PS1, Mario 64, Atari 2600 graphics.
Don't give them ideas, John. They'll do it. They'll do it for the money.
I know they would.
There's still Vampire Hunter D on the way.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right.
Maybe I'll send them a
that.
message and say, hey guys, I know you're in the middle of production here. You might want to talk to this guy who really fucking loves your story called Miyazaki. We'll see what he has planned for the series. Next thing you know,
John,
just a big sign.
If you wanted to get caught, well, I don't know. Have you seen any of the new movies? The Golden Age Berserk movies?
I only knew about one. They said that was more like a re-episodic thing. Like it's an abridged version of the.
Yeah, it is. It's a quick 3 movies.
Yeah.
That basically replaced the series for the most part, and tell the story of all you need to know that they made before starting the series, so everyone can get caught up, and so they can make lots of money.
Yeah.
Because across the board, most people like them, and they are pretty well done. There's a lot less CG.
Yeah.
A lot more actual animation.
There is still CG though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I mean, besides, I think the only animation in the 3rd episode is Gattsu's face. That one panel, where he's like, "I'm gonna kill you," smile. and then he stares right at the camera. They take the photo. You see the flash, and then it goes back to CG.
Yeah. So I guess a question then is, do you think the animation will improve within the next episodes?
Yes, but to a not by a tremendous amount.
Yeah.
I think they'll slowly start refining it and make sure the clipping doesn't happen. As time goes on, the animators just get more experience and become better with it. That's what happens with a lot of shows, even with the animation sometimes.
Yeah,
is that it'll get better towards the end of the series after they're used to drawing the characters so much. No, I think it will get better right now. It's honestly, it's fine. The body models aren't as like triangles they were in the first episode. That kind of bothered me. But
oh yeah,
I kind of wish it was more like the JoJo opening, like
yeah.
CGI with like the cell shading and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But and more dynamic, you know, or just JoJo.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, as long as they don't diverge too far from the story. I mean, we've been asking for this forever. They finally got it. You know, hopefully another project will arise and we can forget this like we forgot Dragon Ball GT. But until that happens, you know, I'm just gonna have to make do. I mean, I'm really happy that they're making the series, and I'm really happy about the show.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna stop watching it anytime soon. You know, unless something just terrible happens, or like, you know, they all make up and become friends again, or something really stupid. You know, they had to break the show to.
Berserk
Guts beats Griffith through the power of friendship. With all the dead bodies rising
that's actually, up. I mean, that's how I expect the manga to end, actually. So no spoilers.
Don't worry, it's gonna be like One Piece. By the time, you know, Griffith is found by Guts, we'll all be dead.
Well, no, actually, there is a lot of movement happening towards Guts actually finding Griffith after the last manga update. He at least knows where he is now. And so after licking his wounds, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
For me, for the animation quality, knowing that this is only going to be like 24, 25 episodes,
that's all we get right now.
Like, I'm pretty sure like most of the storyboard is all like done or like pretty much like in the works of being completed. I think they're on the up and up of like, hey, maybe we should make this a little bit better. I think the 3D animation, the CG animation will get a little bit better. There's not going to be a little, there's still going to be that like 24, 25 frames of animation being used for God knows why. Just to like be like, hey, we're like the Animus, yo, and stuff like that, and to keep it in the realm of they're still using the 2D animation as well. I think there's going to be a little bit more of the 2D animation. We did see a little bit more of in the third episode of like, hey, they can go beyond themselves and create some 2D animation, even though it's a little bit choppy, but
and it breaks you out of the immersion super hard.
Yeah, like, but hey, yo, maybe they can make it a little bit better and maybe a little bit longer. But like an overall quality, I think it's going to be like maybe like
VeggieTales.
Like maybe a 20% increase of, hey, we know what we think we know what we're doing, and that's I think that's about right. For a 25 to 26 episode CG anime.
Well, we'll see how much money they make if they don't continue it on. If they don't get greenlit for a second season, God help us.
If they have Grando sponsored McDonald's to help them out.
No, Pizza Hut. It worked with
if Pizza Hut sponsors that. There's no way it's going down. Pizza Hut owns Japan.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. The commercialism here is tremendous. Just have Casca on that.
There you
go. It'd be you have Code Geass and Berserk on Pizza Hut. Code Geass was an anime made to sell Pizza Hut.
Yes.
If you didn't notice.
Yes. I made truth to this fact.
Hey, look, I'm in my, I forget what the mechs are called. Oh, hey, look, there's a Pizza Hut logo on the bottom of it. Oh, hey, what should we get for lunch? Pizza Hut again? Okay. Man, Man, that's a really nice chair you're sitting in, Nunnally. Well, where'd you get it from? Oh, Pizza Hut gave me this chair.
All this political is freaking making me hungry. What do we have on the board? Oh, Pizza Hut? Okay. Oh man, I'm really tired working on that mech. If only I had that Pizza Hut coupon I had next Thursday. And looks at the camera.
I'm being attacked by a wasp. I hope I'll survive to eat more Pizza Hut.
Well,
killed my best friend, but first I need to go to a Pizza Hut Junior's.
Oh no. It's like we need to fight the evil forces of Britannica for Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
For Pizza Hut's sake.
Just betrayed my best friend who needs pizza.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Me and my best friend are fighting on opposite sides of a war, but you know what would unite us? Pizza Hut.
So
My
what are you
thoughts for
looking
the animation?
forward to?
Sorry.
Oh.
What?
What about your
just
thoughts of
quickly
the
about
animation?
for the animation of Berserk. I feel it's gonna be like Dio's world. For like from JoJo, there are people that will like stand up with burning crosses saying that the
good.
OVA is #1 and can never
me?
be topped.
Me, right here, me. That's me.
And then there's people with the new animation with a more detailed flaming cross saying that their version of Dio's world is much better.
Re will always be right.
No matter what, I don't care. It's Dio's world.
Boy meets Dio.
It has Dio. That's all I care about. And if he says Zawardo, I don't care if he says it in 90s animation or 2016 animation.
Actually, what was it, like 2015, 2014?
Yeah.
But, also, while we were talking, I remembered I forgot one anime. I just watched it last night, and I kind of fell asleep right after watching it, so I almost forgot about it. And it is Psycho Mob 100, which is made by the same guy who wrote One Punch Man. And basically, it's One Punch Light.
Light?
That's basically what it is. It's like One Punch Man, but not as compelling and with psychics. So, it's good.
For animation quality?
I'd say it's good anime, but it's not gonna surprise you or redefine any genres. It's gonna be the One Punch story told in a different setting, in a different system, and just with slightly different characters and not as many standout characters.
You reminded me of something else, just gasp. I went ahead, and not because I'm going to review this anytime soon, because I know it's not over. But I went ahead and put on One Punch Man for the first time, and I went all through it, 1 through 12 of episodes. I haven't gone to the OVAs yet. I will in the future, sometime when I want to.
Yeah, no rush on that. They're really not, spectacular.
And Moomin Rider is the best character. No one can defeat his will, his power,
His cycle.
He's a bicyclist for justice. That's all I have to say. Is Moomin Rider is the best character. Cough. That's about it.
Rider kick.
Series of normal punches.
Consecutive.
Alrighty.
Oh man.
What are you looking forward to, Josiah, this week?
Pokemon Go! In fact, I'm gonna go on an escapade after we finish this. We're catching Pokemans, hatch some eggs, breed.
Would you
That's
like to
about it?
hear my review of Pokemon Go?
Yes.
Okay, here it is. Did you like it?
Is it not available in Canada yet?
No, it became available today.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah.
It just, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I have no interest in it.
That's fine. Don't bash it.
I'm not gonna bash anyone. I will joke that people won't shut up about it.
What team are you on?
I'm on Team Agumon, the best one.
So Team Valor. That's sad. I'm sad for you.
You better stay off Sterling's lawn.
That's very sad.
I'm leaning towards Team Myotismon.
Team Mystic again. I'm sad. I'm sad by this.
Yeah, I'd say
John.
actually I'm Team Mewtwo because that's non-existent. Just like the Pokemon. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna bash anyone for playing it. I already know people who downloaded it illegally and got their phones hacked already. So.
Gasp.
Yeah, shocking. I had people running in my backyard that I didn't know catching Growliths and
wow. Oh man, you have Growliths
EVs.
in your backyard?
Yeah, and Eevees.
Yeah, I'd shoot someone for a Growlith.
And I have like a Nidoran in my basement or something. Yeah.
Does it put the lotion on the skin?
So no, I'm not gonna bash people, and I'm not gonna say your team shit, your Pokemon or shit. But
I mean, there's appropriate times to say that.
Yeah, like every day and every second.
Like I said, I'm just gonna keep deleting posts of Pokemon Go that I see just because it's flooding my Facebook, and I have other stuff that I actually have to pay attention to. Yeah. As I say, enjoy it, please do.
To finish my
yes.
Looking forward to stuff. My birthday is coming up in 2 weeks, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to they're showing Evil Dead 2 at my local theater, and they're having a slumber party, and so I'm going to that. And then I'm also looking forward to, on the 31st of July, we're having a Team Instinct on the Facebook page for Tulsa, and we're going to go and take over the zoo.
Of course.
There's 300 people in the group, and so far 40 people have signed up. And so we get, number one, we get $3 off for a group discount.
Amazing.
And number two, we're gonna smash into the zoo like nothing's gonna smash.
Alrighty. John, what are you looking forward to this week?
Hulkamania and up.
Yeah.
Going wild, running wild. Let's see, in about whenever we're done, I'm gonna be starting Bo again.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be fun.
Have you already watched it all the way through, or did you just stop?
Episode 15 I stopped on.
So are you gonna go through 1 through whatever, or start at 15?
No, because it was early enough that I can remember those episodes. Amazingly, I can remember the Bobos. So I'm just going to continue on from there, because they just met Jelly Jiggler and got him on their team. So that's
Jelly
where
Jiggler!
Yeah, my favorite character from Bobo.
Dude, Jelly Jiggler's OP.
Yeah.
Second's Don Patch. And I've got a few games that I'm going to be working on, hopefully anyways, which is White Knight Chronicles 2.
Ooh,
I gotta start.
have you ever played that?
I have barely touched White Knight Chronicles 1.
But you're going into White Knight Chronicles 2?
I'm going to be playing the first one, because White Knight Chronicles 2 also came with White Knight Chronicles.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they're the same game, except one has more stuff in it. I'm not too sure about that, but that's what I have it.
I just thought it was like the Dot Hack series, where you can start off with the character that you did in the first game. So I was like, might as well make him OP. And I mean, I hope to make an intro for that. I mean, I don't know how to do animation yet,
Yeah.
but I can do a title card. And I can't wait for whoever to copyright / sue my ass for
Amazing.
using the Escaflowne music for it.
Oh. I'm pretty sure that most anime musics,
Mm-hmm.
if they're Funimation, they're going to copyright you the heck out of there.
It can't be any more than Nintendo did for my Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Then I have Shovel Knight that I'll be doing as well. Which sadly I haven't even beat Shovel Knight.
Gasp.
I have like fuck, I can't even remember which night I'm on, but he's
The Black
the
Knight.
third or second last one.
The mole one? Or the undersea one? Or no?
The mole might be one.
Mhm.
But whatever, I also get to play as Plague Knight, so I can't wait to do that. And the third thing that I hope to be doing is an arcade game that I'm not sure if you guys heard of, called Hammer and Harry.
I've heard of it before.
I might have, but it doesn't ring a bell.
It's pretty fun. It's like just some cartoony, side scroller. Go over here, like keep scrolling and beat shit up.
Yeah.
So it kind of has like a River City Ransom vibe. Just you don't pick up money and eat cups of coffee and make people go barf and drop all their cash.
Uh-huh.
And if I'm lucky enough, which I probably won't be, before the next podcast, I might even be starting Zelda Twilight Princess.
Have you never started before?
I beat Twilight Princess
Oh, then why?
because I like Twilight Princess.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay then.
Hey, eventually I'm getting to Wind Waker, and I also beat that, so...
Oh.
Gasp.
And hopefully, if I can get some cash, which is like a 1% chance, I hope to get Season 2 and 3 characters of Killer Instinct. Because I slowly gotta become Maximilian Dude and be like, thanks for the subs, dude.
Uh-huh.
Give me $100 because I'm so good at fighting games. I don't have a dog, but I have a cat. That work? Yeah, no. I am trying to get better at fighting games, but I mean, I mostly will probably be playing fighting games like Xrd or Street Fighter or something that has a story mode.
Have you seen anything that's up with Evo that's happening now? Nothing?
I watched a Street Fighter fight. Well, I saw two of them. There was Armika, who won against a Ryu, I think. Anyways, Armika won a match.
Amazing.
And then I saw Ryu
Didn't see that one
facing
coming.
someone. I was just amazed that the whole tournament wasn't Ken versus Ken versus Ken versus Ken.
Well, if you have a perfect character, everybody's going to pick a perfect character.
Yeah. So,
It's just how the word goes.
and I've been learning to not use style mode in Xrd and going technical.
Gasp, you're a
But-
dangerous child, you there.
Yes, I too like to live dangerously. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't need stylized. I can go technical. I'd rather style because it's more interesting. And I can't use Leo Whitefang worth shit if I don't use style.
Uh-huh.
Because I am absolutely atrocious with... Yes, I can't even speak. With charge characters. You give me like Bison or Vega in Street Fighter, and I might as well just put the controller down. Be like, there you go, you did it.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Let's get this wrapped up, boys. Anything else you're looking forward to, John?
JoJo. That's it.
Wins.
Alrighty. Well, I'm looking forward to finally pushing time out of the way to make time out of my basement. Get ready to get Blood Plus down so I can also get Blackjack OVA down as well. I'm going to be alternating them hopefully here and there as the time goes by. Ulysses 31, all I have to do is just find time to spend with my gal pal, since she's also watching it as well, because it's that good. And hopefully I get more into my drawing, cause that's gonna be taking me up. Freaking KOF 14 demo is gonna be up soon. I'm gonna be playing that all day every day. Hopefully not, because I want to make time for stuff, but you know, video games. And I think that's be it, mateys. What do we always say? Don't get eliminated. Alrighty.
Dattebayo.